Starting off at Dunkin', doing things right today. Gonna get a large hot black coffee. And coffee achieved. And next stop, the bank. We gotta take out some cash. Don't always carry a lot of cash on me, but gonna need some today. And we're one step closer to spraying. The water is moving pretty good downtown. Nice day. Good spot for an intro. Not just any intro. With the Dunkin', a special intro because today is an epic day. Welcome to today's video. It's a special one. It's a day that we're trying this part 2. I kind of going back. When I put together Ms. Pac-Man, I said this is probably, I don't think I said this in the review, but in my mind I said this is probably the last time I put together an Arcade1up. We have no idea what direction the company's headed. I suppose unless there's an XL that interests me at Costco that comes out, but from the way it looks, I don't think I'll be purchasing any new Arcade1ups. But I never said I wasn't gonna purchase any Arcade1ups, just not new. Probably not putting them together. The hobby has changed. It's moved to a point of whatever we don't have, knowing what the future kind of lies, we're going back to finding cabs, something like Burger Time a few weeks ago. On, you know what, I didn't get this cabinet, or Tron, if I come across something like this, maybe I get it. Something that I wouldn't have gotten in the past, I'll get now. And today, I've made another decision on purchasing a cab, and it's actually the second time I've purchased this one. And I suppose there'll be a time when home arcades could actually be at antique malls. I mean, imagine that. Imagine walking in and just seeing like an iArcade there. I mean, how crazy would that be? I still have to get to this antique mall. But wanted to go by the Bears for the record and just say, you know, we're accomplishing something. This is history in the making after so many years. I think it's finally official gonna happen. And current temperature 39 degrees. It does feel like 31, but you know, with the sun out, it feels like a nice spring early afternoon. You know, coming here doing intros, this is the back side of the parking lot. It hit me the other day that right here is where Hardee's used to sit. So there was a Hardee's downtown Waukesha, and it has been completely removed. Only thing is you can just see those yellow poles in the parking lot where it was. But yeah, this is exactly where Hardee's used to be. Can you imagine if it was still here? Probably be a go-to for us. Too bad. You know, this was probably the drive right in there. I did eat there a few times, but yeah, it has been leveled for years now. Well, I went to the seller's house, had some issue finding it because I put the wrong address in. I don't know if it's my dyslexia, but I took a little bit of a struggle getting me here. Turns out it was a lot closer than I thought. And I did not have to take this apart. It is, took the control deck off, but it is full put together in the back. Now, getting it into the house may be another story, but trying to stay true on not having to put together another Arcade1up, but it's in the car. I'll show it in a second. There's nothing like driving around with an Arcade1up in the car. I know I'm like stretching this, but there's one place we gotta go first before we show it. And I didn't want to bombard the seller getting any video. Gentleman let me come into the home, check out the arcade. Everything looked good. I do want to point out something when we get this bad boy inside the house, but one stop we got to do first. Well, 2 more stops. I need gas, and I run inside, grab a coffee. Look at this. It's still out. Been a long time since I was inside this Quick Trip getting a coffee, and I am opting for a 16 ounce, taking a little bit to brew here. There we go. We have something big we gotta tell Shaq. Shaq, you're the first one I wanted to tell about my newest pickup, and I think you're gonna be proud. We finally did it. Yeah. Can you believe I actually got Shaq Jam to fit in my car? Only question is getting it out. I kind of wanted to take it apart. I didn't think it was gonna fit, taking the base off with the top, but it is one full cab. I did notice a few screws were missing on the way here, and good thing I have a couple of spares, but you know, you run that risk. Next step is getting this out, taking it to the front door. So I did take the control panel off, the control deck. Otherwise it would not have fit for sure, but yeah, I'll meet you back in the inside after we get our workout in today. An XL workout. I just Hercules it out, just like this. I set it on the ground, so you know, in fact of the missing a screw or two, I see one right here. It held up pretty good, so we'll get it in, we'll inspect it, and yeah, let's check it out. Loki could not be any more excited right now. Now there are a few other screws that were missing. I did address the one on the side, the one's holding the back. So he put this on the back to hold I believe a picture of Shaq. So I'm gonna have to go through some of my available accessories, you know, the leftovers, and find 4 new screws. Looks like Lokes just jumped up on the top, and then I can remove these because this is actually holding that in there. And this is why we save that extra hardware, why it comes in handy, because I'm gonna need some of these. Also, I need one of the, looks like this is from one of the stools. Maybe this might not be the right one, but I do need this bolt. So I did take one from the control deck, and of course I think that's the same one. Nonetheless, we should have enough. Wouldn't mind getting, looks like Lokes jumped off the back. Wouldn't mind getting a look inside of here. So yeah, we'll take this off and put this back on and just get a look. I don't think I got the manual. Now I did not get a chance, you know, to assemble that Shaq Jam that I bought off of eBay. So just kind of going over how it would have looked. And it's a little different than what I expected. Seeing if everything is, for the most part, screwed in there. Now look at all the space behind the marquee, the speakers, the way the monitor sits in there. This looks different to me. Of course, I've never really, usually it's a lot higher up, but because the marquee is so big, that must be how it looks, because nothing really looks out of the ordinary. So yeah, it's interesting the way the speakers are that low, kind of resting on the top of the monitor. And just got to plug this into the control deck. The power cord's right here. Looks pretty good. I was a little nervous about this driving home. I didn't really inspect it 100%. It did turn on, and you know, for the most part it looked pretty good. Now this was not on the control deck when I got there. From the pictures it looked like the film was still on, and then there were close-up shots, and I'm like, okay, the artwork looks good. Maybe it was just the, you know, the light shining down. Kind of had that same issue with the Ms. Pac-Man, but this was off, and I took the bat tops off and then put this on here for transport. I'll remove them again and then rip off the film on both sides. It's hard to do it with both hands, but I did get it started on actually the side that's going to be facing down. I'm just going to really lightly here just go over everything, and then before I put that on, might have a few little marks. We won't see it with the deck protector. I mean, there was some gameplay on here, so it's as good as Jack Nicholson. It's as good as it gets, or it's as good as it's gonna get. Love that that Shaq logo right there. This is cool. It's starting to hit me that I finally have it. Like I'm getting there. I haven't turned it on since I brought it home, but kind of going backwards, just kind of fixing up some things that I'm noticing, and then yeah, at the end we'll turn it on. All right, looks good. There was a fear that I was going to do something like it was going to crack. The last thing I wanted to do is have any more like scary shack situations. Despite this being used, and he did claim, you know, everyone says, you know, it's new. I don't question that, because if it wasn't, this would have been the artwork would have been ruined. This is in so much better condition than the box that we opened up. Like, there wasn't any film over the deck protector. Everything was loose in there. Like, even though this is used, it is in so much better shape. Every Shack Jam that I've ever come up to, even that box that I bought, they always seem loose. This is the tightest the joysticks have ever been, honestly. It's pretty new. I can't tell you if this is put together properly. It looks so much different because this is something that would be on the end, but this is a wider. It's longer this way control deck than any other 4-player. I did ask the bad guy Mike that when I was thinking, you know, the scenario of if I picked up Shack Jams, could I you know, take my X-Men 4-player and put it in here, and it's so much deeper now that the X-Men 4-player wouldn't fit. You'd have to make it special. So maybe that's why this looks like this. I don't have the instructions to go off of, and I didn't put it together. So I'm gonna put the control deck on here. Actually, first I'm just gonna go through, and whatever plastic is right here, I'm gonna remove those as good as I can. I'm not taking this apart. I thought about, you know, tipping it over. There's a little bit right here. I'm just gonna get as much as I can and just live with it. I don't really wanna mess with anything else. There might be mods coming in the future, and then, you know, if I have to take something off, you know, to put coin doors in, for right now, today, I'm just leaving it the way it is. It's the little things. You know? Now there is one thing I want to show you that I don't really like about this cabinet. Just putting the last screw on there. I'm very lucky this wasn't damaged, because I was committed when I got there. Like, I was going to get this. You know, the fact that the screws were holding this in. You know, there's no marks on the control deck, but look at this. The way it sits in here. I don't like that this is visible, and there's really, unless I'm looking at something wrong, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, you can see the piece that this is sitting on, and then it's right here. And, you know, it's back all the way, but you see this. I mean, we're not going to be crouched down, but I don't like this. I think they cut some corners with Shack Jam, but for the most part, it's assembled. It's, you know, it's holding up. Only thing left to do now is turn it on. Screen fires up, waiting on the marquee. There it goes. It's gonna look a lot darker, obviously, in the, you know, if the lights were off, if it wasn't lit daylight right now, but it works. I mean, this is all you can really ask.
He's heating up!
Everything is intact. It works perfectly. Just gonna go in and change up. I'm gonna reset everything and then hook it up to mine and my router, and we should be good to go. Shack Jam. Let's just make sure here. Let's see NBA Jam fire up. Oh, we're in business. Okay, I've completely reset this, and I'm gonna go back in and hook up to my connection, get a username, and we should be good. I have created a new name. We're gonna be Loki7 for Shack Jam, and we're gonna be back playing NBA Jam Saturday nights. There is a mark right here. I you know, again, this is all I can really complain about. Now, if I do so choose to put the 2 coin doors that I purchased from Arcade1up for this very reason, this is all gonna be black anyways. I'll fix this, or I'll just patch this up with some paint. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but again, I just wanted to show Shack Jam. This is what I would have got out of the box. You know, if everything would have worked, if it would have been brand new when I made that purchase on eBay, this is what I was hoping for. This is what I wanted and why I bought it. And I said, if I pick this up, it's gonna be one that's already set up. I didn't want to buy another box. I wanted an assembled cabinet. I'm shocked that this fit in my car. I thought I was gonna have to take that base off. I didn't have to. We finally have Shack Jam. The live button works perfectly. Everything seems to be fine. The sticks feel tight. I think this is going to be our new NBA Jam when we play game nights. That's why I wanted to get it. I've been playing a lot of NBA Jam lately, and I said, you know what, it will take getting Shack Jam and having this in the location it's going to be in will be the same room as the Golden Tee, the OG Golden Tee. This completes every XL that Arcade1up has made to date. I have them all. I didn't think this was going to happen, and if it wasn't for our burger for sending me, hey, he said, I'm sure you know about this, and I did see this on Marketplace. It was kind of one of those, if you don't get this, this might be the last chance. And now I have a whole new plan on what to do going forward with home arcade. I have come a full circle. Started off with this years ago. I decided to go with an open box at Best Buy. It's ironic that this NBA Jam, I'm not gonna fire it on, just see if this is flashing. I just don't want, you know, that to happen to here. I made the decision to pick this up instead of Shack Jam. Then I chose the Deluxe. Then I bought a Shack Jam. Came right here. I stood right here. And I said, I have all the XLs. Only that one didn't work. And now, we finally have it. I can finally say that I have all of the XL cabinets. We finally did it. And you know what? It was worth the wait. It was worth... You want to say hi? What's your name? What are you here shopping for? Nintendo? Yeah? Well, thanks for being in the video. I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know, with all, you know, the way the cabinets are all scattered at home. I don't know. I'm getting in people's way. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this is gonna start something different in the future with Iconic Arcade, with other things happening. The new Legends Ultimate HD. I think I'm gonna pick a new spot and slowly build with bigger cabinets. And in the meantime, hold on to everything I have right now. There's no need to get rid of anything, but in time, transition into a different arcade. I kind of thought about this morning. I was kind of thinking, you know, I'm gonna pick this up. Let's say I pick it up. You know how it is on Marketplace. Things could fall, but if all works, I have a plan down the road on what I want to do with the arcade. So it's exciting. It's a fresh step. It's learning how to part with some things, learning how to pick up cabinets that I never had that I wanted, and it goes for everybody. This is a time to pick up stuff. And at the end of the day, picking up used, this is the second cabinet. Turtles in Time has worked perfectly. Hopefully Shack will work perfect too. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, the Diesel knows it. Finally scored one. Got Shack Jam. This is like history in the making. I couldn't even sleep. I woke up early this morning. I was thinking about it, like, could today be the day? Will this finally work? Because if this didn't work, it wouldn't have happened. This would have been it. There would have been no Shack Jam, and I would have moved on. But hey, you didn't think that Ms. Pac-Man was really going to be the last Arcade1up I ever bought. Couldn't go out that way. Thanks for watching, guys. What a feeling, walking out of Best Buy for the first time, having Shack Jam, like really having Shack Jam, because the previous doesn't count. That wasn't Shack Jam. That was a bunch of broken parts in a box. We finally got it. I stood right here, waited for Best Buy to open up a year ago, 2 years ago. 2 years ago for Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. I'm standing out here now after getting Shack Jam. Also waited in line for the NES Classic. Super NES was at Toys R Us when it kind of still existed, but yeah, waited in line right here. So many memories. Gosh, if this Best Buy ever goes, I don't know what I'll do. Like I've had so much nostalgia for coming here.
He's heating up!
What a great fire up screen. Here's the marquee in the dark. I couldn't show this earlier. I never, by the way, yeah, just stop asking. You got it. Yeah, we are set up. We have a good signal where it's at. This is the final spot, so I did move it since I showed it when I first brought it home. Just wanted to show off the marquee. It's too bad, you know, you're not gonna be able to really see it in the dark. You can't even see Loki's right here. It's too bad that art is right there. I don't know. It's kind of like the Golden Axe all over again. I'm not sure what I want to do. It would look cool with light up coin doors. I'm not sure if I do both of them or one. There's the Shack logo. There's no light up, you know, deck control deck like the Deluxe, but this marquee has always been my favorite part about this cabinet. And by the way, look at the available games. Right now, current time is 7. You see that 7:36. I do have this. Do you have the Mario Game & Watch? Have that time. Actually, I gotta change that. It's not the correct time. Gotta jump an hour ahead. But look at the lobby. Like, look at how many available games. NBA Jam, Tournament Edition, Hang Time. It's just crazy. Like, there's how many different NBA Jams go online? 3, 4. 4 NBA Jams go online. Not sure about the Partycades, if that's online or not, but I don't think it is. But a ton of available games. This is right across from Golden Tee. So the first 2 XLs are in the same room. They're right next to each other. And just to show you, a little bit better of a signal on Shack Jam than Golden Tee. So that's promising. I did light up those coin doors. So that's what Shack Jam could look like. I never even noticed you could see that. You could see the red light from having those on. What do you think? Right in front of the patio door. I don't have a lot of lights on, but it kind of picking up. Shack Jam, Golden Tee, first 2 XLs Arcade1up ever made. Actually, this was the first one. Then they honestly, I love this cab, but they took a step back. There are a couple of things that it's not like the Golden Tee, but it's funny that I have a better connection. But nonetheless, we will be playing this Saturday nights when we stream, when we do play NBA Jam. And this picture you're looking at right here, it doesn't look bad. When it's straight on like this, if my camera could focus, it's not bad. This is how it will look watching a live stream. So yeah, this will get me excited to play NBA Jam on Saturday nights.
Here's the tip.